Did this man figure out the secrets of ancient Egypt and their construction methods in the early 1900s? Latvian-born Edward Leedskalnin, builder of the Coral Castle, was only 5 feet tall, weighing just 100 pounds. How could a man this small quarry, carve, and transport megalithic stones weighing over 20 tons with no outside assistance or heavy machinery? Just 30 miles south of Miami, the Coral Castle is a modern-day mystery set in stone. One of the most astonishing facts is that he did so with no outside help. Ed must have taken many secrets to his grave, because to this day, no one knows how it was done. He never shared any of the secrets to his construction methods, doing most of his work at night by the light of the moon and lanterns. In the early 1920s, the question still remains to this day about his advanced construction methods. Entering the Coral Castle, you walk through a 9-ton gate that was perfectly balanced, so precise that a small child could push the gate open with just a finger, spinning it around like a modern revolving door in your local high-rise building. And what is almost even more astonishing, when this entrance gate stopped working, the owners contacted the local University of Miami to reverse engineer and fix the entrance gate. But surprisingly, after an entire month, they could not determine how this gate worked or fix it. Giving up on the task, they decided to preserve the gate and avoid damaging it, relinquishing its turning ability. These stones here at the Coral Castle were not just randomly placed monoliths either. The perimeter structure aligns perfectly with the cardinal directions, and this incredible 23-ton single block polar telescope points directly to the North Star Polaris and was placed with astonishing precision, depicting Polaris's different location during each season. The accuracy of this construction is not to be disregarded, aligning 20-ton monuments that weigh the same as a city bus to true north in the early 1900s, before the advent of modern GPS, was a monumental task to say the least. Bear in mind, Ed also created a sundial out of an over 3-ton stone that perfectly tracks time and the seasons as pictured here. This stone had to be precisely shaped and aligned with the other adjacent stones in the sundial to work perfectly. If any minuscule mistake was made, you would have to quarry a brand new block and restart the process from the beginning. For someone who only had a 4th grade education, such as Ed, he clearly held an expertise in many fundamental areas of science and engineering. Astonishingly, this sundial bears a great resemblance to one of the first known sundials created in Egypt, some at least 4,000 years ago, as shown here. I would venture to say that this sundial also tracked the equinoxes and different celestial events, being that this is such a truly big structure with the adjacent stones around it. One of the most famous sections of the Coral Castle is its planetary east corner, where Ed dedicated a monolithic stone to each of the planets, showing their importance and possibly some of the keys to his construction methods. Dedicating a stone to Mars, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, and the Moon. Each of these monolithic stones weigh at least 17 tons. What was Ed encoding into this structure by placing these stones in the perimeter? Was the Coral Castle also a celestial map, similar to all great ancient megalithic structures on this planet, like Egypt or Stonehenge? When asked how he constructed the Coral Castle and this over 20-ton telescope and 9-ton revolving door, he simply answered, "I have uncovered the same knowledge used by the ancient builders of the Giza pyramids." There are many secrets left to uncover about the technology and building practices that our ancient ancestors had access to. As each day passes, we are getting one step closer to uncovering this knowledge. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Infinite History.